Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Thank you for joining me ahead of Barca's third and final pre-season game, which was a 1-0 victory over Elche. And it was the first game of the new season at the Camp Nou, with Griezmann scoring the only goal on the second minute. And this is how Barca did line up tonight. We of course had Neto in goals, Sergio Roberto at right back, Piqué and Longley are two centre backs. Surprisingly, we didn't see Araujo start or come on throughout the game, even though he did play the full 90 minutes in the game against Girona. But he was featured on the lineup, but unlike Jean-Claire Todibo, he wasn't even featured on the lineup, and we're yet to see him play any minutes yet this season. So we'll have to wait and see whether he gets a chance or Barca's just going to try and sell him. But on to left back, of course, we had Jordi Alba, who I thought overall had a good game going forward mostly. But defensively, he was quite inconsistent. Just sort of the usual story for him, because he doesn't really like to press, he doesn't really like to sprint back. And I do think that does really let him down. But moving on to the midfield, in the defensive roles, we did have Busquets and De Jong. And I think overall they both had a good game. I think that Busquets just played more of the out-and-out defensive midfielder, because Frankie De Jong did go forward quite a bit, and that did leave Busquets on his own. Well, there wasn't a lot to judge them off of defensive duties, because Elche only ended up having one shot on target on the night, so there wasn't too much for them to do on the defence. But when Barca were on the attack, Busquets was more of the anchor man, the person who was open for the short pass. De Jong was playing a lot more lob passes, he was making a lot more runs and helping out players like Messi. And De Jong did link up really well with players like Jordi Alba and Ansu, assisting them going down the left flank. And that is how Barca did get the only goal of the night, with Messi putting in a clinical pass behind the Elche defence right to Jordi Alba, and Jordi Alba does get it perfectly to Griezmann, and he bangs it in to make it 1-0 right at the start of the game on the second minute. And right from that point onwards, Griezmann did look very strong throughout the whole game. And even though the game was only 1-0, it could have been a lot more, with Griezmann creating a load of chances and having a lot of shots. It just came down to the Elche goalkeeper having a fantastic match and stopping these chances, because it could have been a lot more, with Barca having 10 shots on target. And overall across the four attacking players, I thought they played very well and had a lot of good chemistry. They were all sort of free roaming across the attacking positions, with Ansu switching over to the right, Griezmann over to the left, Messi switching with Griezmann, Coutinho running down certain wings. And it really was great seeing Coutinho back, and you really do think, why did we ever let him go to Bayern Munich last season? Because he did win the man of the match tonight. But again, it was a close one between the four forward players, because any one of them could have got man of the match tonight. Because moving on to Messi, he could have easily gotten a goal and an assist from two different free kicks tonight. With the one he actually took the shot on, it was just an incredible save from the Elche goalkeeper. And if it wasn't a win by Barcelona tonight, and if it was a draw or a win to Elche, I do think that he would have got man of the match. But the free kick where Messi very nearly gets an assist, it goes straight to both Piqué and Longley, and they both get in each other's way from the 6-yard box, and Piqué is actually the one who gets the head on it, but because they bang into each other, it just goes completely wide. And there wasn't one Elche player around them to stop them, so maybe next time a bit of communication, boys. Young Ansu Fati was also one of the ones who came very close to scoring, because he took it on himself and he was taking it past all the Elche defence and creates a free opportunity for himself, and only very narrowly puts it past the right post. So it could have been a lot more than 1-0. But there were no chances on target for the whole first half for Elche, and I don't think that is because Barcelona's defending was very good. It was just more that Elche were very poor going forward and didn't commit a lot of people to press on the attack. And that was pretty much it until about the 63rd minute, where we did see Ansu, Griezmann and Busquets coming off. And coming on, we had Pjanic, Trincao and Dembele. This of course being Pjanic's very first game for Barcelona. But we didn't really see too much from Pjanic. He didn't really seem to be a standout figure on the pitch and didn't really do anything too impressive. It's probably too harsh to judge him on his very first appearance and only having about 30 minutes on the pitch. But we didn't see much more than just short passes. But on the other hand, we did see Dembele coming on, and he did have a very, very strong 30 minutes and showed a lot of energy because he created a lot of chances for himself out of next to nothing. And over the past 3 games, that's what I've started to notice about him. He seems to be finding the space a lot better and having the confidence to take the shot on. So Dembele did do very well with the time he did have on the pitch. But Trincao, he was sort of similar as Pjanic. Didn't really see too much from him, but there was one particular moment with himself and Messi who did press the ball really well and did win the ball back in a very dangerous area. But apart from that, there was only one sort of chance where he could have scored. It was a great pass from Coutinho behind the defence, and he should have probably scored. He didn't really take the chance very well and sort of scuffs the shot and just kind of goes right to the keeper, and it was quite an easy save. So he could have done a bit better with that chance, but overall he had a pretty decent performance. And that pass through from Coutinho was pretty much the last time we did see him in the game, because he did go off on the 79th minute for Pedri. And that was also around the same sort of time where Elche did have their one and only real goal scoring opportunity. And it was taken from about 10 yards out, and Neto does do very well to save it and push it off to his right. And that was the only time where he was really needed throughout the whole game. But after that point, Barcelona pretty much just controlled the play and controlled possession. And I think the most important thing at that point was just to keep a clean sheet. And that is how it ended at 1-0. But overall, it was a good performance from Barcelona. We were by far the better team. And there was a lot of good signs moving forward, because it won't be long until we do play Villarreal at the Camp Nou on Sunday. And that will be our next game to start our La Liga season. And that game can't come soon enough for me. So that'll be everything from me. Thank you for joining me and thank you for watching my video. Let me know what you thought of the video and how Barcelona did tonight. So thank you and bye.